What's up everyone? You've heard of wedding cake testing. Well, today we're doing protein bar testing. Let's get into it. So I have 16 different protein bars that I just found from my local, I bought these guys from my local grocery store. A lot of these I have never seen before. I just thought it looked interesting, and other ones I'd heard that they were pretty popular. I have not tasted any of these, so this is first taste test. I'm gonna be ranking these on 4 different things. So first, protein, because it's marketed as a protein bar. So number 1, protein. Number 2, ingredients. The more ingredients, the less healthy this food or protein bar really is. Number 3, sugar. And finally, number 4, taste. So protein bars, let's establish the value of these. So these are great for when you're super busy and on the go. Maybe you need something, you're starving, but you don't have time for a full meal. You need a little quick snack, but these should not replace a meal. Some bars are marketed as meal replacements, but I really don't like those because you should be eating real foods. I honestly don't eat protein bars very often. Once in a while, if I'm short on time or like running in between different things like driving places, I'll grab a protein bar. But for the most part, you want your diet to be based on whole foods. So fruits, vegetables, your protein sources, like your real protein sources, like meats, quinoa, nuts, like all those kind of things. So please don't use these as your only source of protein. It's just something quick on the go if necessary, but even not every day. Like, let's limit it. But I want to help you know that when you go into a grocery store, what you should be looking for in your packaged foods. So it's not all created equal. The marketing really gets us here. So they're trying to sell it to you. So remember that. So I'm gonna give you some hacks on what to look for so you can be super prepared and make sure you're putting the healthiest foods into your body, into your kids' bodies, so everybody can be healthy here, okay? So let's start. Ooh, which one? I got different flavors too, so this should be fun. And I'm really hungry right now, so taste test away. Let's go. Okay, let's start with this one. This caught my eye a lot because Zing, like, what is Zing? And it's marketed as a plant-based bar. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's healthier. A couple things to look out for. Plant-based, gluten-free, low net carbs. None of those things really mean healthy. If you think about fruits and vegetables and meats, they don't have food labels. So they're not trying to hide anything to you. It's just what you see. We all know that. But here, they're trying to deceive you and make you think that it's healthy, even if it's not. I don't know what this is, I haven't looked at it yet, but let's look together. Okay, so Zing bar, plant-based. It's the dark chocolate coconut flavor. It has 10 grams of protein, which I would say is like the minimum to be able to classify something as an actual protein bar. So it's good. It hits my 10-gram minimum. 5 grams of fiber, that's pretty good. Fiber is very important for digestion and helping you stay full, so this is very important. 7 grams of sugar, a little bit high, but anything less than 10 is okay. But it's very good that they're being honest about this. Some of these other bars, you'll notice, aren't honest about their sugar content. They'll be like, oh, 2 grams of sugar, but it's hidden in sugar alcohols and stuff. So this is good, they're being honest up front. Let's flip it over and look at the ingredients. I'm gonna teach you how to read an ingredients label right now. Super life hack. Okay, so things they're just trying to sell you on. It's plant-based, it's vegan, it's soy-free. It's all good things, but again, not necessarily meaning it's healthy. So first thing I always look at before the nutrition facts is the ingredients list. So remember, I said that's my second most important thing. If a food has more than 5 ingredients, it's considered processed. If it has less than 5, it's pretty much as pure as you can get. So that's what we're gonna look for right now. Let's see which protein bars, starting with this one, have less than 5 ingredients. So I'm gonna read it to you. Oh boy, this list is long. I did not pick a good one to start off with, are less than 5 ingredients. Okay, almonds, good, that's a real food. Almond butter, almond pieces. Prebiotic tapioca syrup, sugar. So, another way to read an ingredient label, the first food has the highest content in it. The second food has the second highest content. And then it slowly goes down the list, and the last ingredient has very, very, very little. So, we want to especially avoid having sugar as the second or third ingredient. So, right now, on its ingredients ranking, I'm going to rank all these with points. I'll explain that after we read this, but already not pleasing me. Dark chocolate, which has organic sugar, chocolate liqueur, cocoa butter, alkalized cocoa powder, sunflower lecithin. Again, if you can't pronounce these ingredients, I don't know that it's the healthiest option for us. Think about these things I just listed. Could you find it in your pantry? Like, would your grandmother use it to cook and make you food? I don't know. So that's another thing I look for. Like, if I can't find this in my cabinet, which I don't have sunflower I can't even say it, lecithin in my pantry right now. So this bar is not impressing me so far. Protein blend, almond protein, rice protein, coconut, prebiotic tapioca fiber, organic agave nectar, organic brown rice crisps, organic brown rice syrup, salt, organic natural coconut flavor, fiber blend, rice fiber and oat fiber, sea salt, monk fruit concentrate. Okay, and then contains tree nuts and that kind of thing. Okay, so I don't even know how many ingredients that is. This is way too many for me to count. So I'm going to be ranking these things on a scale of 1, 2, or 3. 3 being amazing for each category I talked about. So there's a total of 12 points on the table, and at the end of all of this, we're gonna rank them from healthiest or best, in my opinion, to I would not eat this again, worst. So this one on ingredients list, I don't even want to give it a point. Well, so it has a lot, but most of them are pretty healthy. So I could pronounce most of these things. I don't see any sugar alcohols, which is a good sign. I do see tapioca sugar, but that's real sugar. So I would give this, if I'm being harsh, 1 point for ingredients, okay? Now, which is low. 3 is the most I'm going to give it. So it's at 1. This is, okay, so now let's look at protein. 10 grams of protein, like he talks about. That's pretty good. That's like a minimum. Less than that, I would consider a candy bar. So, protein, 10. So let's give that, I like to also look at it in comparison to the total calories. So 10 grams of protein, this bar is 225 calories. So I have a calculator here. Let's do the math on this. So if we have 10 grams of protein, 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. So we have 40 calories of protein out of our 225. So that is a total of about 18% of this bar is actually protein. I think that's what we'll see in a lot of these protein bars, about less than 20%. It's not ideal. It would be better for me to eat a bar of chicken breast. But I'm gonna, I feel like I'm being really harsh on this first bar. So let's give it 10 grams. Let's give it 2 points on protein. Okay, so we're at a total of 3 points. And then sugar, it has 7 grams of sugar. It says 5 grams are added sugar, which is not super healthy. We would prefer that to be real sugar, like fruit sugar. So 7 grams, less than 10. So I'll give it 2 points. So we're at 4, 5, and now taste. For the Zing bar, we're at 5 points. Okay. Unwrapping. Going really in depth on this Zing bar. The name Zing really got me. That's why I picked it up. I've never had this before. I don't know how this is gonna taste. I can open it. Okay. Taste test. First bite. First protein bar. Oh, it looks like chocolatey coated. I thought it was gonna be more like hard. Let's see. Gooey. That's actually a lot better than I was expecting. I can really taste the coconut, and the dark chocolate's actually, wow, this actually tastes really good. Okay, so despite me being really hard on it, I like that it doesn't have a ton of processed sugars. And I love that it doesn't have any sugar alcohols. So the tapioca syrup was the thing I didn't like the most. But otherwise, this tastes really good. I'm gonna give it a 3 on taste. So we are at 8 points for the Zing bar. Okay, that's actually really, wow, I am surprised. Good job, Zing. 8 points total for the Zing bar. Okay, put it to the side. Wow, that just set the bar pretty high. I was really hard on that, but they pulled through. Taste. Okay, let's get a different taste. I'm gonna have a sip of water, and then we'll pick a different one. Okay, get that chocolate out of my mouth, because the next one that was really intriguing me was the Red Velvet Power Crunch. I love red velvet cake. So let's see if it delivers on the flavor. Starting off, what are they marketing to you? 12 grams of protein. Okay, higher than the 10 that we just did. Good start. 8 grams of sugar, which is 1 more gram of sugar than the Zing. So, okay, fair. More protein, more sugar. Okay, that's all they're really, okay. Oh, protein energy bar. That's the other thing you'll notice. Some are marketed as protein bars. Some are marketed as energy bars. What's the difference? The energy bars probably have less protein, but they're gonna tell you that the carbohydrates in this will give you energy, which is true, but we'll go into more of that when we hit some with the net carbs marketed. But protein energy bar, Red Velvet. Okay, ingredients. They say it's a hydrolyzed whey protein in a cream-filled wafer bar. The ingredients: proto-whey protein blend, micropeptides from hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, milk protein isolate. So that's good. The first ingredient in their energy protein bar is protein. That's refreshing. Good. Palm oil. Not the best, but sugar. Okay, sugar's number 3. And they're straight up about it. They just put real sugar in this, not some fake, at least not yet, some fake sugar. So that's good. Palm kernel oil, enriched flour. Fructose, also a form of sugar. Anytime something ends in OSE, that's a sugar. Or OL, that's an alcohol, a sugar alcohol. So, sugar again, that's 2 for sugar. Canola oil, coconut processed with alkali, coconut oil, chicory root fiber. Trehalose, I don't know what that is, but guess what? Ends in ose, it's a sugar. Soy lecithin, I can't say that word, guys. Lecithin. Natural flavors, annatto extract from annatto seed. I don't know what annatto is. Milk fat, maltodextrin, another sugar. Stevia leaf extract. Carmine, baking soda, ammonium bicarbonate, salt, monk fruit. So a lot of sugar forms in this, but again, they're not the worst. I think we will see worse. Get ready. So I'm gonna give it 2 points on sugar. I'm not super pleased, but I'm not super disappointed. So middle ground. So 2 so far for the Power Crunch. Let's go into protein. 12 grams. Okay, let's do our little calculation. We have 12 times 4, because 4 calories per gram. We have 48 calories of protein in this bar. Now, out of the 215. Wow, so this one's 22%. The last one was 17%, 18%. This one's 22%. So it's already doing better on the protein scale. Honestly, that might be the best we're gonna see today. I don't know. So let's give it, wow, I'm gonna be generous and give it 3 points on the protein scale. So we're up to 5 points. Then sugars, 8 grams includes 8 grams of added sugar. So they're saying none of this sugar, it occurs naturally in the foods they put in this. So I have to give it, but again, it's under, oh, wow, I'm being picky, guys. Let's give it 2 points because it's under that 10-gram threshold that I want. So we're at 2, 2, 3, and taste. Red Velvet. I'm expecting high things. Okay, Power Crunch. I've actually never had one of these either. This is fun. I like this taste test. I feel like I'm eating candy bars for dinner. Okay, Power Crunch, Red Velvet. Crunch. It honestly tastes more chocolatey than Red Velvet. Did they put chocolate on this now? It's not bad. It's crunchy. The crunch is kind of nice. But it's more, look at the inside. There's more chocolate than Red Velvet. I'm gonna give it, I'm not very pleased. Let's give it 1 point. Or I'm being generous, 2 points for taste. 2 points for taste. Okay, so that one got us a total of 2, 3, 5, 7, and 2, 9 points. So it's 1 point higher than the Zing bar so far. Okay, next one. Let's see. Let's go with a Larabar. So this one, right away, just 6 real ingredients. What did I say? 5 is the goal, but compared to the other 2 we just looked at, 6 ingredients is really good, okay? No artificial sweeteners, that's amazing. Plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan. Great. Another thing, unless you have a gluten allergy, gluten-free doesn't necessarily mean healthier. I'm just trying to help you guys find the hacks that the marketing companies are trying to get you, trick you on. So gluten-free does not necessarily mean healthier. Same with dairy-free. Oreos are dairy-free. Now, do we think Oreos are a healthy protein source? No. So, vegan does not mean healthier. Okay. Ingredients. Cashews, great. Dates, a real form of sugar. Dates, that's a fruit that's high in sugar. So they're using the sweetness of the dates to sweeten the bar. Amazing. Semi-sweet chocolate chips, that's okay. They're being honest. Unsweetened chocolate, sugar, cocoa butter, vanilla extract. But again, real sugar. Apples in a bar. That's so exciting. Sea salt, vanilla extract, and that's it. Great. So for ingredients, I'm gonna give this a full 3 points. This is a really good ingredients list. Larabar, good job. Next test, protein. Uh-oh, 4 grams. Well, that disappoints a little bit. But are they marketing it as a protein bar? No. They're marketing it as the original fruit and nut bar. So, if you want a sweet treat, this would be the go-to. But if you want a high protein snack to keep you full for a while, no. I have to give it 1 point on the protein front. Okay, because you guys don't even want to know. 220 calories. So 4 grams, that's 16 calories divided by the 220. We're talking 7%. Way too low for my like. But it's okay. They got 3 points on the ingredients. 1 point on the protein. Okay, sugar. 16 grams of sugar, which is pretty high, but it only includes 4 grams of added sugar. So it's saying that 12 grams in here of sugar are from the dates, from the apples, and dates are pretty high in sugar on their own. So that makes sense. So that's okay, actually. I'm gonna give it 2 points for the sugars because it only has 4 grams of added sugar, which is less than these. So for health, from a health perspective, this one's shiny. From a protein perspective, it's not gonna fill you up. But let's see how it tastes. It's actually pretty good. I can taste the natural sugars, like the dates and the apples. It's chocolate chip cookie dough flavor, and it does kind of have a cookie dough consistency. It's pretty good. I'm going to give it a 3. I'm really impressed. Very, very natural. Dates and apples in this, and it tastes good. So Lärabar gets 3 points for taste. So that brings us up to 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. We're at 9. 3, right? 5, 6, 9. 9 points total for the Lärabar. So far, so good. These have impressed me. Wow, I was worried. I thought I was gonna taste like crummy because you know sometimes healthy foods taste bad, but no, it did good. This is a lot of protein bars to review. I think we'll need to do this in 2 takes. To see part 2 of this video and see which protein bar will take the top spot, stay tuned.